You understand me? But having a spending plan. Like,
Right.
for me, the goal is to try to think about how you can spend your money, right? Because that's what money is for. It's meant to be
Yeah,
spent.
absolutely.
Something spins is in motion, right? So when you're spending your money, you want to figure out how can you spend it on things that's going to give you a return,
Yeah,
or things
absolutely.
like that. Hey, listen, I spent my energy to go get this. Now anything that I'm spending this with has to be worth my energy, right?
Yep.
If you think about that in the effect that even if I would rather spend money on a failed idea, right, than buying some shoes or some clothes or some purses, because that comes with experience and it comes with just knowing that I spent my money on something that was worthwhile, my thoughts, right, rather than I'm buying somebody else's thoughts in the form of their products and their concepts,
Right.
right? So today, what you all should do is change the way you think about spending money, right? And circulating money. Let me use the word circulate because I like the
Yep.
word circulate because it's circulated means going out and coming back to the point of origin, right? And so when you talk about circulating your money, look at the amount of money in your bank account and figure out how you can spend that money on something that's going to give you a return, right? Just think about it for a second. Like, I have too much money in my bank account sitting. I need to diligently search for opportunities to spend or to circulate my money. Now that's a different concept than hoarding money just to keep it so that you can say I have it,
Yep.
right?
Which you
And
can't do it anyway.
yeah, you can't do it anyway. It's decreasing. You're losing regardless, right? It's like having gold, and if gold rusted and it was every day you had gold sitting there and you was losing a percentage of it just because it's sitting, you
Yep.
would not want gold sit. You would
Right.
want to add in for new pieces of gold that will work more consistently so you can continue to have value.
Hey, and again, man, we so educated, we dumb. You know what I mean? And I say that all the time because it's like just think about a asset, right? And when you start talking about the wealthy and the elite and those who build generational wealth, it ain't you never thought about why they take their cash and buy assets instead of just taking their cash and just holding on to it, sticking it under a mattress or sticking it into a bank account. You know what
I've
I'm
been
saying?
thinking like
Yeah, it ain't it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean anything. It's a reason that they take every dollar that they have and they transform it into some shape, form, or fashion of an asset, opposed to just keeping it in cash. You know what I mean? We like to think it, and it's some of us that's in position who got some racks in the bank because we got good jobs. We don't have bad spending habits, and you got a pile of cash sitting in the bank, and you don't know what the hell to do with it. And guess what? It's just you just as far behind as the eight ball as the person who ain't got $100 in their bank account.
factories.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
so I was thinking about this today. Number one, everything I do, I want to be in the 1 to 10% of the world in doing it, right?
Right.
So there's a very small percentage of the population that makes 100,000. Very, very small percentage of the population, right? And there's a very even smaller percentage of the population that has liquid $100,000 access,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when I think about that, and I'll leave those metrics right there for you all, um, the average person would wish that they had $100,000 in a bank account, but they would not do all of the things necessary to go get it. They
Right.
won't change intelligence, they won't learn their options, and they won't. And one of the things that is a simple, right, thing that a person can do to start to increase their revenue, and this is some 2020 advice, just post more on social media about the things you want people to know so that they can make decisions to buy. And I mean that in the sense that I was speaking the other day at Melanin Mondays when you had left and you came over there, and I told
Yeah, yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
I said, raise your hand if you make $20,000 a year, right? So, most of the room didn't raise their hand up, right? They didn't make 20 at least. I say
Yeah.
30. Most of the hands are still up. Maybe a couple didn't drop. I said 40. Hands started dropping. I said 50. More hands started dropping. I said 60. A lot of hands started dropping. I saw this skip. I said, what about 100? And it was only about 3 hands left up. And I was teaching at the time about social influence and social psychology. And I said, well, I want everybody to raise your hand if you post one piece of content a day. So mostly everybody raised their hand. Two, mostly half of the room and put their hand down. I said 3 to 6 pieces. The only people that was left up were the people that said they made $100,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? My goal was to make the correlation between the people thinking and their options, right? The more somebody sees something, the more they're attracted to it, right? Because you're creating a stronger frequency attraction to it, that these markers and tests that they've done on human beings to figure out the more something is in your life, the more you think about it, the more mental real estate it takes. For when you think about your options and your buying decisions, you're going to buy that. If you ask a child by the age of 5 what they want to eat, the average child is going to give you the same range of options. You say, what fast food company? McDonald's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, right? Because these are the options that we are so frequently given. So your job today is to increase the things that you're doing right, right? Because content is a transaction for attention. So even when you're on these platforms, you're spending money. You're spending it in the form of time and energy. So in real life, if you're not getting the return on what you're doing, some of you all on scrolls, right? On fake posts about what you want, right? But at the end of the day, when me and Chris Cole are talking, we're giving you we're giving you your options in the form of, you can take this and build your family off of it. You can take this and talk to your girl something that she never knew. You can go take this to your man and teach him something that he never knew. You added real value to your family. It is not about giving you some new knowledge. It is not about being smart. It is about being.
Hey, but the fact of the matter is, most of us, we not to blame. You know what I'm saying? Because most of us, again, we've been educated and indoctrinated to spend our money on things that have absolutely zero chance of returning us anything. You know what I'm saying? So anytime somebody come along and they present you with an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, or an offer that say, man, well, if I buy this, you can tell me that I can get that. We automatically skeptical to it because we not accustomed or akin to having opportunities present themselves. You know what I'm saying? We automatically used to, like, man, I'd rather go buy the J's, I'd rather go buy the Louis, I'd rather go buy the Gucci, you know what I'm saying, or the clubs or whatever the case might be, and um having an emotional experience with absolutely no return to our bottom line. You know what I'm saying?
Back.
And that's evidence of us being emotional people. And I'm definitely talking to the men. You know what I mean? Man, it's our responsibility to take care of our women, our children, and everything around us. I was telling my nephew, he's a senior in high school. He got, talking to girls or whatever the case might be. And I tell nephew like this. I say, listen, if you can't take care of no woman, you don't got no business being with no woman. Period. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no half and half. We splitting bills or what they call the shit Dutch or whatever the case might be. You know what I'm saying? Y'all around here trying to deal with 2, 3, 4, 5 women, and you can't even take care of the woman that you got at the crib. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
he in high school. You know what I'm saying? It's our duty and our obligation to take care of our women, our domain, and everything around us. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? So us as men, it's crazy because we suffer from the disease of hate, envy, and jealous, and not being able to put ourselves in a position to learn from another man. Oh, he think he better than us, or he think he know more, whatever the case might be. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's simply not the case. Like, if we really come together and unify and really sync up with each other energy and knowledge, you know what I'm saying? That's the beginning of creating a community, and that's the beginning of experiencing a real paradigm shift. You feel me?
And that's pulling resources.
Yeah,
And like, here's the thing. If somebody knows more than you, you are blessed.
absolutely.
Why? It's
Absolutely.
you are in the room and you are answering all of the questions, right? You are not getting as much value as everyone else. You are in
Right.
the room, you have as many questions as possible, and they are getting answered. You are getting the most value out the room.
Yeah.
So never be afraid. Never be afraid to go on that quest of learning and getting that value. I, look, I'm room and I know more than every person, and I can only sit there and exhaust myself by giving, and I can't receive anything. No, I'd rather be in a room, man. Feel like everybody else is smarter than me, so they have less questions, right? But I got more questions, which means I'm leaving the room with more value,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's how wealth standard is. You
And,
gonna
and
you, and we gonna give you answers.
yeah, and B Jones, I ain't turning this into like I'm not saying women should negate or put down their responsibilities. I'm strictly talking about finances. Like, you know, if the woman that you with or whoever, if they want to work, that's what I'm saying is that's their business. That's y'all prerogative. What I'm saying is your household should not be financially dependent upon the income that your woman bring in. You know what I'm saying? If you can't financially take care of a woman to the standards in which she want to be taken care of, then you don't got no business being with that woman. You know what I'm saying? You date and deal with a woman that's inside your pay grade, point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that, and I mean, and that's just being real. You
Hey,
understand what I'm saying?
you got
Um,
the your hype right now, man.
no, I mean for real, bro. That's how it gotta be. But at the end of the day, if you want a different type of woman that's in the pay grade or she got different standards, then the best thing that you can do is invest in yourself and make it happen. You feel me?
Some of y'all won't really believe in this tweet right here. The one that great. It say, as a man, you should never watch a woman struggle to pay bills.
Yeah.
Just find one the money.
Listen. Cause I mean, but this the thing, bro, and this and just being real, this how I look at it. It's like this. I don't want my woman going out answering to no another man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody else harnessing my woman's energy and power when I can harness her energy and power and put it to use for us in our household. You know what I'm saying? She way more valuable to me at the house or running her business or helping me run my business opposed to answering to another master. You understand what I'm saying? That we're relying upon as a family to make sure that the lights stay on in my house. At the end of the day, mine can work or not work. You understand? But guess what? We're gonna live and rock how we rock, regardless of what she decide to do. But she not gonna answer to no another man. I guarantee you that.
That to me is basically allowing another man to use your woman's home.
Yeah,
You understand?
absolutely.
Because your woman, that's her power. She's a nurturer. You
She's
understand me?
women are incubators. Whatever you give a woman, grow. Point blank. Period. You know.
Absolutely. So
And
nobody else giving her seeds. Like, no, that's
listen,
fertilizer for the Keys family. You know what I'm talking about?
man, and it don't matter if you study the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita. God gave man work before he gave him a woman. You know what I'm saying? In every major religion that you want to study. You know, so why am I going to give my incubator? Why am I going to give my fertile soil? You know what I'm saying? Why am I going to give another man, another business, you know what I'm saying, access to the things that's mine? You know what I'm saying? She might as well go marry Master. She might as well go be with Master
That,
because guess what? She fulfilling his dreams. He planting his seeds in your woman. You understand?
right,
And she bringing them to life every time she go clocking in on that 9 to 5.
right. I don't even, and this is one of the things that people have to understand. Even when you're dealing with a situation, she's coming back home with another man's mindset that she's
Absolutely.
speak to you. So you're not even speaking to your woman. You're speaking to just another man's ideas and philosophy.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
For
if that's a
real.
conversation with you, right, you go treat that like another man, and y'all gonna be like, nah, I don't rock with that. I rock with my way of thinking. But another man not gonna impose his way of thinking on you. But when he using your woman as a conduit, she's using her nurturing suggestibility. But she's doing it in a manner to where you are actually opposed to it. You understand
Right.
me? Because you feel like you been this shit disrespectful. Like I feel some kind of energy slipping in here that you're trying to give me. This is a form of manipulation. So
Right.
has senses that he doesn't even know about a lot of times, right? The
Yeah.
intuition is often forgotten about, but he knows when this is not coming from the feminine, when this is not an original essence of the divine feminine, that this has to be another man, and you're going to be automatically offended,
Yeah.
right? Wait a minute, nah, this I don't like that thing. That ain't what we over here. That ain't nah.
Yeah.
bringing somebody else thinking in this. What you talking about? And then that's when you cause an issue, or argument, and both sides never communicate. Where she gonna be like, you know what? I'll be transparent, but she didn't even probably realize so much that she was being so impregnated with another man's thinking that she brought it home, trying to impregnate her man with that thinking.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But again,
And
that's a whole nother topic of just how society has an agenda to emasculate the man. You know what I'm saying? And they call it effeminization. You know what I'm saying? Especially of the African American male. Like we can't pick and choose when we want to abide by the word and the principles that God put out here before us. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, go study your word, go study your Quran, your Bhagavad Gita, your Bible. God gave man work before he gave man a woman, point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And understanding the roles and the responsibilities of a woman as it pertains to you as a man walking in your divine destiny and purpose that God put inside of you.
so listen, this is what we trying to do to you, for you fellas and women.
Options. Give you options.
Not the options to where where you can give her plenty. I mean that by your knowledge. The most beautiful thing, I promise you, if you've never taught a woman something, then you might not know the feeling, right? If you don't have the ability to teach someone something, you don't know the feeling that you get and the representation of value that they give you, what people call love. So there's a different kind of love when you teach a person, because guess what? When you have sex with a person, you got to keep making them have an orgasm. But when you
Yep.
teach a person, forever. So whether they break up with you, whether they leave you, whether they mad at you, they still have that knowledge you gave them. You understand me? So knowledge is more powerful than orgasms. Come on, talk to me. Get a hallelujah.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, understanding that you know, as a real man, not using money to control or manipulate his woman either. You know what I'm saying? If anything, he putting them in position. You know what I'm saying? Like before me and my wife even got engaged or any of that, like I made sure her credit was situated, helped her started a business, because at the end of the day, I don't want you to ever feel like you stuck with me if you want to be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You work $250,000 on your own without anything with my name on it. You understand what I'm saying? So it ain't because I provide this for you and I provide that for you, whatever the case might be. I'm gonna be me every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't the money, it ain't the lifestyle that's keeping you, because shit, you work that on your own without me even being there. You understand?
Right. And so listen, I want you to think, imagine literally you coming to your wife or you coming to your girl or whoever you may be with, and you saying, babe, listen, I got some new knowledge that I done learned, new skills. This is how we gonna make some money. Now, wait a minute. I'm not even just coming from you from a theoretical standpoint. I've learned it, started to apply it. Now, listen, I want to be able to impart this knowledge and information onto you. Right now, she got to come to Mr. Keys and Mr. Cole, right? Y'all might think we too handsome to be teaching her, and she's staring at us all day. All right, you gonna take the course, and then you go. I ain't mad at you. You take the course and you go teach. Understand me? But at the end of the day, we're trying to turn men into teachers by giving you the opportunity to learn something, so you have a value. The quickest way to add value onto something is to someone is to teach them. The quickest way to add value onto self is to learn something new. So when you think about adding value to yourself and to others, this is we providing are you options. Same thing for you ladies. You understand me now? If you ladies, a man don't mind you teach him about money. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If,
Yeah.
if you a woman come tell me, say, look, Keys, I done made 100,000 on options. Let me teach you. Hold on, what you say now, sister? You understand me? Turn
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Wait a minute. Don't worry about who calling me. Ain't nobody calling me.
yeah,
And
yeah. Let's
let's
sit down. Let's sit down
yeah,
and break bread.
rub your feet while you do this. Look, you the hard. You understand me? We go get to the knowledge. So,
Yeah,
but if we don't have value to give to each other, what are we really doing? And we
Ne-
playing with.
yeah. The
So
best thing that you can do for your woman as a man anyway is to put them in position. You know what I'm saying? Not try to manipulate them and control them by keeping the knowledge from them or trying to, manipulate them with money or materialistic things. Is put them in positions, because at the end of the day, like, I want you to be straight with or without me. And if you're gonna be with me, I want you to be here because you with me. You understand? Because I'm not perfect. I don't even desire to be perfect. You understand what I'm saying? Um, so you either rocking or you're not. But well, if we rocking it, then I'm gonna put you in position, and I'm definitely gonna put you in a better position than what I found you in. You feel me?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that should be our goal as integrable people and human beings. And and so with the wealth standard, with the options, the webinars, the things that we give and the things that we teach, if you go through the wealth standard and you learn this information that's not in your, you learn how to do your businesses, you learn how to diversify your portfolio, you learn the stocks, you learn the options, you learn in how to make $100,000 in a day, in a month, 7K, 8-figure blueprints, right? You learn in a multitude of different things, even how to become an author, right? There's so much that we're giving you in the wealth standard, and you have this information. Now you are so much more valuable, right, than you were before. And some of you all, and most of us need to take a month off, 2 months off, take ourselves off the market, make
Yeah.
ourselves
More
then put
valuable. Yeah. Yeah. More valuable. Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
in. Take yourself off the market, right? Just forget about it. Go get you some value. Value in this knowledge you will be executing. When you come back to the market, you will be more valuable. So things will come to you. Your price done went up. You are attracting a different level. But a lot of us, we are depreciating in value and keeping ourselves in the market. And the price is going down, and we're constantly attracting things that are at our new prices, at our new levels of value. And so a lot of us don't have any value, so therefore you get anything. Our goal, because we're going to literally be working with some of our wealth standard students on projects and a multitude of other things, is to have valuable, integrable people that really learn this, that really apply it. Too many of you all have told me through the first few modules that you basically done got a high, that this was more value than you expected. You understand me? And to get for, especially the price that we get. And not everybody makes it through every single module.
But you should. But you should.
Literally, don't go through 2, 3, 4, 5 because you were on an educational high to get information and felt like, oh, I got so much from these that was enough. And then you have more questions, not realizing you have the answers in those modules, in those webinars. We're not putting it together because, it makes it look good on the gram. This is not real value to Black
Real
America,
raw, uncut, no fluff. Like
everybody.
straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no coloring book.
I want y'all to think about this because look, Chris, let me see if I